off of 21 turnovers, but the Grizzlies have given off 20 points off of 19 turnovers.
And normally the Grizzlies very good at protecting the basketball. But tonight, the Clippers have done a good job of forcing turnovers, and the Grizzlies some unforced errors of their own.
Which is unusual for the Clippers, as they're in the bottom 5 at forcing turnovers.
Chucky for three, going to be short. Brand with a rebound. Grizzlies 7 for 22 from downtown. Clippers are just 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. Cassell and Brand, those are your two money men for the Clippers. Brand works against Gasol. Powell forces a miss, and Mike Miller gobbles up the rebound. It's number 14. His season high is 16.
Good job by Powell Gasol, getting a hand up on Elton Brand, making him see a tough basket, as he has been very lethal with that shot.
2 minutes.
5 on the shot clock. Gasol against Kaman. Out of the double team. Eddie, 3 in the air. Down the well it goes for Eddie Jones. 80-71.
And Chucky Atkins steals the inbound pass as the Clippers get lazy.
And Chucky knocked down, and finally a foul called on Livingston.
What's interesting that is that the official that was down in the backcourt called the foul, as the official right in front of the guys did not see a foul. But clearly there was a lot of contact on that play. And this is a huge three-pointer right here by Eddie Jones. First of all, as he catches Rachmanovich turning his back, and then Chucky Atkins steals the ensuing inbound pass and is eventually fouled. And now you'll put one of your top free throw shooters at the free throw line for 2.
The Grizzlies have forced 22 turnovers from the Clippers. That ties a season high for opponent turnovers. Atkins to the line for a pair. He's 4 of 5 from the stripe tonight. A 9-point game as it stands now. Make it 10.
And Chucky Atkins coming up with that big steal off of the three-pointer by Eddie Jones was huge, Pete. Now it becomes almost a 5-point turnaround. And it does.
Yeah, a 5-point turnaround in essence, assuming the Clippers would have gone down and scored. So Atkins with a pair of free throws. Eddie Jones, one of the heroes tonight. 17 for Eddie, 21 for Mike Miller. Grizzlies a little breathing room now. 82-71. A minute 47 remaining in the fourth in Memphis.
14 inches longer, 40% more cargo space, and Star Safety System featuring vehicle stability control. Toyota's all-new, bigger RAV4. With 30 mpg highway, available 269 horsepower V6, and available 4-wheel drive, it handles anything. Visit your local Toyota dealer and get the all-new 2006 RAV4 at a great low price. Toyota, moving forward.
Good news, I got promoted.
Better news, I got DirecTV.
My new office has a clear view for miles.
My DirecTV has 155 crystal clear channels.
I have a $1,700 expense account.
I have over 1,700 movies every month.
I meet with the CEO every Friday.
I meet the Fockers whenever I want.
I just got an assistant.
I just got 3 months of HBO, Star, Showtime, and Cinemax for free.
Can you give me the number for DirecTV?
No.
I think she heard me.
Get over 155 channels for $29.99 a month. That's half the price of cable. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Grizzlies a minute 47 away from a 5-game winning streak and a 2-1 series edge over the Clippers, 82-71. No time to rest for the Grizzlies. They get on a plane tonight and fly to Gotham. Tomorrow at 6:30, the Grizzlies pay a visit to New York City, trying to sweep Stephon Marbury, Steve Francis, and the rest of the Knicks. A 6:30 Central tip. Grizzlies tonight at 6 right here on FSN South. One of my all-time favorite arenas, Madison Square Garden. We will be courtside with the celebrities. And the Grizzlies, if the score holds, will be going for a 6th consecutive win, but we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We will tell you the Grizzlies are 17-1 when holding the opposition to 80 or fewer. The Clippers at 71. They come out with Brand, Kaman, Cassell, Radmanovich, and Livingston. Cassell and Radmanovich would be your three-point threats. Battier, Gasol, Eddie Jones, Atkins, and Miller on the floor for the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies have done a good job of keeping the Clippers off their seasonal average of 97 points.
Livingston to the baseline. Bad pass. And that has been the Clippers' story tonight. Grizzlies a new opponent high in turnovers. 23 from the Clippers. and that ties the Clippers season high. So Mike Dunleavy was hoping for a rebound effort after the disappointing loss Tuesday in New Orleans, 120-108. And in that ball game, they had 19 turnovers and lost 34 points to the Hornets. So it's been more of the same for the Clippers. Miller for three. Rebound taken by Radmanovic. Down to 1:17. Cassell. Sam Cassell with 21. His average is 17.5. Grizzlies have to call a timeout. Could not inbound the basketball. And the Clippers' only hope at this point is to force some turnovers from the Grizzlies. They've already forced 19 and turned those into three-point baskets. 22nd timeout taken by the Clippers, as the Grizzlies, 1:13 away from getting back to 39-29. That's where they were last season. And let's take a look at those Western Conference standings. If the Grizzlies were to win tonight, they go to 39-29, Clippers to 39-28. So the Grizzlies would be within a half game of the Clippers for the 5th spot in the Western Conference and the right to play the second place finisher in the Southwest Division. Right now, Dallas, or it could be San Antonio. The 6th seed will almost certainly play Denver unless they blow a 6-game lead to the Utah Jazz in what's left of the regular season. Jerry West on your right, Tony Baroni on your left. And Jerry West is such a competitive guy, and you know he's got an eye on that West Virginia-Texas score right now. The Longhorns lead at 10-9, 8 minutes into the first half. In case you missed the news, Memphis beat Bradley 80-64, and Duke lost to LSU 62-54. Grizzlies just do beat the 5-second count. Trying to burn some clock, and Kaman commits the foul against Powell, and that will put Gasol on the free throw line where he has struggled tonight.
Well, smart foul by the Clippers. I mean, you know, you see Pau Gasol, he has missed 4 straight tonight, Pete. As soon as they saw Powell get the ball, they fouled right away. So smart foul by the young kid, Chris Kaman.
For Kaman, his 3rd. And Powell good with that one. Grizzlies trying to make their way tonight without Jake Sokolidis. Sprained left thumb will be reevaluated, and no timetable for his return except when he's healthy. And Maggette back in the ball game is Mike Dunleavy will play offense, defense.
And how about Lorenzen Wright, Pete, stepping up in the absence of Jake Sokolidis and getting 11 points and 5 rebounds in 27 minutes. I thought his play early in the game was very instrumental as Pau Gasol makes the 2nd of 2 as well.
So Powell with a dozen, Lorenzen with 11, Eddie Jones with 17, Mike Miller, the Grizzlies' leading scorer, with 21. Radmanovic for 3. Just the 2nd Clipper triple, and Mike steps over the baseline. Mike was leaning in and stepped on the baseline, an unforced error with 59 seconds remaining, and it's an 8-point game. I don't know if Mike was trying to call for time and it wasn't granted, but in any event, he stepped over the baseline.
Well, you certainly have to defend this play here, defend their 3-point shooters, as the Clippers are having trouble getting a shot in as well.
And Maggette fouled by Eddie, and is that going to be for 3? Three shots coming for the Clippers.
Right here is Mike Miller, clearly steps in with the ball. And Corey Maggette here does a good job of getting fouled. Getting Eddie Jones to get up in the air and then draw contact.
Maggette 84% from the line.
And he misses the first of 3.
4 of 6 now from the free throw line. Eddie Jones and Mike Fratello talking to crew chief Ken Mauer.
Well, I thought it was a good call by Ken Mauer as Eddie Jones was leaning forward and coming toward Corey Maggette on the play.
Yeah, there was really nothing wrong with either of the calls as Mike was stepping in clearly and Eddie committing the foul. Quentin Ross comes in. And Cassell comes out for defensive purposes. 57.4 remaining.
Now, one important thing here for the Grizzlies right here, Pete, is getting the ball in bounds. Get the person to take the ball out as you wanted to take it out. And you can run